Good evening, attorney. My name is Bayantanet Amaranes, and I'm going to report about the Red Line Transportation Company versus Rural Transit Limited Company. So, the case is a review of the Public Service Commission's order granting a certificate of public convenience to the Rural Transit Company or Limited Company, or let's call them Rural Transit. So, they they granted a certificate of public convenience for transportation between Ilagan, Isabela, and Tuguegarao, Cagayan. So, the Red Line Transportation Company, or let's call them Red Line, they opposed, claiming that they already held a certificate for the same route and provided adequate service already. So, they argued that the new certificate would create ruinous competition. So, the facts of the case is here. Petitioner Red Line Transport Company opposed to the application of the respondent Rural Transit Company for a Certificate of Public Convenience or CPC to facilitate bus trips from Manila to Tuguegarao. After the Public Service Commission approved this certificate, Red Redline filed a motion for hearing in which it called the attention of the CFI that the rural has already an application of voluntary dissolution of corporation in Manila. So how come they were filing for another certificate? So during the hearing, it was found out that Backrack Motors Company is the real operator of the said bus company. After admitting that Backrack was the actual operator of the bus line and only using rural as a trade name, CFI ordered the commission to amend all the documents submitted as rural and change it to Backrack, and that the rural application assumed Backrack as its trade name. What is the issue of the case? The issue of this case whether the Public Service Commission could authorize the use of one's corporation name by another as a trade name. Supreme Court ruled that Public Service Commission's order granting the Certificate of Public Convenience to the Rural Transit Company was void. The court emphasized that two separate corporations, Backrack Company and the Rural Transit Company, could not legally share the same name, and the Public Service Commission had no authority to permit such practice. The court also furthered that the application was filed by Rural Transit, which was not the real party in interest, as the Backrack Motor Company was conducting the business. So, due to this misrepresentation, the order was set aside. In this case, the Supreme Court referenced sections 11 and 13 of Public Act number 1459, which was the corporation law in force at the time. So this law was later replaced by our Corporation Code of the Philippines, or Batas Pambansa bilang 68. So the provisions cited are now reflected in the current Corporation Code, specifically section 11 of Act number 191459, now section 18 of the Corporation Code. This provision requires a corporation to have a distinctive corporate name to establish its legal identity. It outlines that this name is essential for the corporation to transact business and exercise its power. Also, in Section 13 of Republic Act number 1459, which is now Section 36 of the Corporation Code, this provision lists the general powers of a corporation, including the power of succession under its corporate name. Supreme Court in this case emphasized that a corporation's name is fundamental to its legal identity, and one corporation cannot simply assume the name of another without following the legal procedures for name change as outlined in the corporation laws. Thus, allowing the Backrack Motor Company to operate under the trade name of Rural was a violation of the Corporation Code. That's it. Thank you for watching. Eh. How do you stop this?